Welcome ladies and gentlemen, this is the second part of a two-part video which goes through the ins and outs of my fifth buy-to-let property. In the previous part we went through the way that I selected the property, I found it, viewed it, what the property looked like upon the first viewing, how I negotiated the purchase price, and that video showed the start of the refurbishment. A link to part 1 is in the description of this video, by the way, if you want to watch that. So without any further ado, here's part 2. Here we have the refurb footage. This is what the entrance looked like originally, and this is what the entrance looks like now. The property was purchased in mid-November 2022, and the refurb was completed in mid-February 2023. And that's when the tenants arrived. So it was basically a 3-month turnaround. Here you can see the front door. The front door was completely reworked. We added new door furniture, and also the front of the door was made prettier. It was painted as well. This is an internal door, which is located just in front of the front door of the house. And it's designed to keep the house warm. You can see the paint job is looking good. This is the living room as it was before the refurb, and this is what it looks like now after the refurb was complete. And you can see what the door looks like now that it's all painted and looking good. Feature wall where the fireplace is looks good. The sofa is very old. It really needed to be thrown out, but throwing out the sofa would have involved quite a lot of work on my part, so we just left the sofas in, and the tenant said just leave it in there and we'll replace the sofa when we get the chance. You can see that there's dust sheets in front of the window because the window pane was cracked, so that is still to be done in this video, but that was done before the tenants arrived. Now we're back in the hallway, and that's the thermostat for the radiator. I had to look up on the internet how to work that. And this is during the refurb. You can see that the fireplace is still dirty. The carpets haven't been laid down. You can see them stored up. Generally speaking, it's just a bit of dirt, but the work is actually being done. And now you can see that everything's been cleaned up. The carpets have been laid down. Everything has been cleaned, including the fireplace. And again, the door's looking good. These door handles are not easy to use. We put in 7 new door handles, and I wanted to put in modern door handles, but the contractor advised me to stick with the same style as before, so I replaced them like for like. And you can also see the fireplace. The fireplace looks good as well. All painted, cleaned, and ready to move into. There you can actually see the TV that was left by the previous owner. It still works, so we left it for the tenants. And again, all I'm doing here is checking the door. You can see that when I closed the door there, the door wasn't completely closing with ease. So that was part of the snagging list, which I gave to the contractor. So after this video was done, the contractors came and they shaved the door. Now that's the utility cupboard, still packed with paints. And now we enter the kitchen. So here you can see what the kitchen looked like during the refurb. It's a bit very dirty. You can see wires sticking out of the walls. Sockets haven't been put in place yet, so it's still very dirty, very messy. And in a few moments you're going to see what it looks like after the refurb, after the cleanup. You can see that all the wires have gone, the sockets are now in place, light switches are in place, and it generally looks much more cleaner. Ready to move into. It's a nice kitchen. kitchen hood's installed, and there's also a cooker just below the hood. Yep, that's where the fridge would go. Yep, brand new cooker as well. So yeah, the kitchen was nice. You can see that the door to the backyard, it's been painted. We've added new door furniture, so it's nice and shiny and it looks new. This is what it looked like before the refurb. You can see that there was some decking underneath. We got rid of that. Before the tenants came in, all this rubbish was collected. The yard actually looked quite spacious and nice and clean. And this is the footage of the stairway. You can see that there's no carpet laid down, but the carpet rolls are actually there, ready to go down. This is during the refurb. This is the first time you're seeing the steps with the carpet, so everything's been cleaned up. I cleaned it up myself. The carpet's actually very good quality. It looks really nice on these stairs. The paint job was very, very good as well. Nice colour. And this is the bedroom, what it looked like during the refurb. Notice the TV on the wall, the mirror, looks a bit dirty. And in a few seconds, you're going to see what it looks like after the refurb. And that's me. And this is the cleaned up version of the room. In the previous video, you saw the room pretty much in the current condition. It had the older carpets, but now it's been cleaned up. New carpets have been installed now, and the tenants can move in. And now we're going to get to see some footage during the refurb. You can see the hallway, now it's carpeted. And this is the big master bedroom. You can see this is during the refurb. Floorboards, no carpets. It's been painted though. And this is what the master bedroom looks like after the refurb is complete. You saw in the previous video there wasn't any carpet, now the carpet's been installed. What I'm doing here is basically checking all the doors that everything is correct, because this is the last film footage I'm going to get from this house before I leave to come back to London. And this footage will now give you a better idea as to the size of the bedroom. It's a very big bedroom. You could probably split it up into two, to be honest. It's a nice quiet street, this. There's not much traffic. The property was in very good condition anyway before I got it. You'll see later on how much I spent, but it's just under 13 grand or so I spent on refurbing this. And the ROI was fairly decent as well. And this is a cupboard. Whatever you want to do in it, use it for storage. Now we move on to the bathroom. Now remember guys, this is what it looked like when I bought the property before any refurb was done. And this is what the bathroom looks like while it was being refurbed. Have a look at the ceiling. You're going to see in a few seconds what this new ceiling looks like. And this is what it looks like now, after the refurb is complete. Nicely painted. It just needs a bit more of a clean up. You're seeing the ceiling now. It's got a light, it's got an extractor fan. There is a new wash basin, but there's still some work that needed to be done, so that's why we've laid down dust sheets on there. And that's the original shower. That's a really nice shower unit, by the way. Very, very powerful. You get good pressure from it. It's a nice shower. That mirror got changed later on after I left. A big mirror came in, and you're seeing that sink is quite a big sink. And later on, the contractors came and they added extra tiles. We finally come to the financials. And on that note, I'm going to end this video and we're going to cover the financials in part 3 of this series. So that you don't miss part 3 of this video, which will be available soon, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video and click the notification bell. I'll see you in part 3.